It's just over for Diablo 4 at this point. Look at this. PoE 2 is gonna have druids. And look at them. They're not fat. You're gonna be able to play a non-fat druid. It's Diablo 4 just can't compete at this point.
Hi, Cesar here with a new video, and from Gamescom there is a new update for Path of Exile 2. It is a 13-minute gameplay update of the Druid, so I figured we would watch that, and I haven't seen this yet, so this will be my first reaction of seeing the Path of Exile 2 Druid in action. So let's watch it.
Here we have 5 different characters that we're showing on the demo. These top 4 we were showing at ExileCon when we had it a few weeks ago. This last one here is the Druid, which is the one that we're mostly sort of showing as the new character for Gamescom.
You're a champion.
And effectively, I guess one of the sort of primary things...
Imagine a game that doesn't force you to play with a fat female character or a fat male character. Can you imagine that? Amazing.
We want to get across to people is the sort of different combinations between skills. This is like an instruction sheet that is used for in the consumer booth, so you can sort of know what you're doing.
Interesting.
I'm just going to go to one of the islands here and in Act 4 and show you what the Druid can do.
Right.
So excited. In Act 4, you have a boat and you sort of can go to whatever of the different islands you want. They have all different...
I think it's the exact same boat we have in PoE 1, by the way. It kind of looks like it.
Different like little stories that you can find out about, and in the demo we've got a few of them. There's more than just these ones, but this is what we'll do for the time being. So this is the Isle of Kin, which is an area that is a sort of like volcanic island with a whole bunch of goblins on it. And as we get here, we can show it off. So this being the Druid, it's kind of a hybrid spellcaster. So you've got both spells, and you also have a bear form.
Okay.
Well, in fact, more than a bear form. You have other different animal forms. So the thing people are often here for. Is,
wow! That is an actual bear. Wow, this is. I expected a bear, honestly. Wow. Okay.
Oh, sorry, there's this kind of stuff. So if you are in bear form,
that look nice.
You can, obviously run around. Using spells is also sort of important.
By the way, currently it looks like literally Diablo 4. Look, you turn into a bear or something, you do a little bit and you lightning strike it. Bro.
And what we want to really do is make it easy for you to go from sort of spellcasting mode to bear mode very quickly. So what I can do here is if I slam down...
I love the slam.
When you use your bear form, so when you use a bear skill, you immediately just when you use a bear skill, you turn into a bear and you do the skill. When you use a spell, you sort of automatically transform and use the spell. So there's no like sort of having to manually transform from one to the other. You just use this use the skill and it does it.
By the way, the groundbreaking animation. Look at this. Look at it.
Skill.
I don't know. Do you like it?
Manually transform from one to the other. You just use this.
Look. Boom.
Use the skill.
Like, everything is fine at the start, but after it seems like the ground just kind of goes a little bit up and then it breaks. It's almost like they went for that Fate Apocrypha style of of explosive fighting. It seems like that. I think they need to tone this down a little bit because it looks slightly awkward, at least to me. Don't know how you guys are looking at it, but this seems slightly a bit too much. The same way I honestly will say in PoE too that the ice spells, they look good, but it looks a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm the only one who thinks that, but I just feel that I need to point that out because not a lot of people are talking about this. Maybe it's literally just me.
And it doesn't. There's like a sort of slight time penalty, so if you do multiple bear things...
Oh, that looks good.
That's going to be more efficient.
Yeah, it can be more in the middle.
There's like a little time penalty, about 500 milliseconds for the transform. So you kind of incentivize therefore to like...
Nah.
Like be it, like use some spells.
Ziz has a wife. Well, has, but we all know he's laying... we all know he's laying the pipes when he goes to these events.
Do what you're
Bear,
doing
they're
there, then turn
sick.
into a bear, and then do that too.
What's happening there when he transforms? Is his material form is just becoming a bloody pulp?
Something like that. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can also,
see?
when you dodge roll,
I think
you
it
can
looks
instantly
slightly
transform
awkward.
back into your character. You can even do it mid-transform if you want. So at any time, you can just kind of abort what you're doing and do it. And
That's
it's really
cool.
important because in PoE, we really wanted to, PoE 2 that is, we really wanted to make sure that anytime you're feeling threatened, you can always just dodge roll to get out of there, and you're never interrupted from doing that.
And just what's the
I mean, it
cooldown
looks
time on
amazing.
dodges?
No,
Especially
cooldown.
once we get, like,
decent damage on
So
it.
just hold the button down.
I knew that.
Yeah. Hold the button down and roll away to your heart's content. There's actually, originally when we made the bear, we made it so that you could dodge roll as a bear.
Totally gonna
And
get
the
a polar
animation was
bear
so
skin.
fun that we decided to keep it, but just in town.
Ooh.
So you're in town, you can you can do your roll
good.
as a bear. Yeah, it was so
That's
funny. But,
cool.
like, we don't have anything.
That's super cool.
We don't have anything to do with this, so we'll just throw it in town.
I am staying perma bear form in town and just rolling.
Obviously, who wouldn't?
Right, let's do an abridged version of what I do in that demo room here. So effectively, what we want to make sure, as I said, is that all the skills can be used together. So,
Panda bear skin?
This slam here,
It looks good.
causes you to stun enemies. And I've got another skill.
Dude, the badge skins are gonna be wild. I want to see the werewolf. I want to see if it's actually a wolf. Because, I mean, turning into a real bear, kind of cool, right? But turning into a wolf seems a little bit like, lamer. Because it's gonna be... It's because a wolf should be like roughly 1/4 of the size of the bear.
Here
So,
that,
you know.
does a roar, and if there's any stun enemies nearby, it gives you what's called an exerted attack down here. And exerted attacks mean that when you do another slam, it gets doubled. So you see here, I got 2 slams out of that. So just to show you that again, it's slam, and then I do the roar, and then any other skill I use, including this like rampage skill here, which does like a lot of slams.
That
Dude,
is
that
great.
rampage
So normally when
skill's
I cast
amazing.
this,
Look at
I
this.
just get like slam. But if I stun people, get the exert. Oh, sorry, wrong button.
That with some
I stun
damage
people,
behind it?
and get the exert. Then when I'm doing it, it's slam. Like it's doubling the number.
I like the slam because I am a fan of PoE ones. I forgot what it's called, but I don't know if this is still a thing, but the auto bomber boots. The hooves of something, the ones that constantly dealt fire damage when you ran around. I'm a fan of that build. So, something like this kind of hits exactly home for me.
And that's also really handy because I have a few other skills I can synergize with. So one of them here is called the volcano. So when you make a volcano, when you slam down, it emits more projectiles every time the slam goes off near it.
Yo, these boys literally just looked at the Diablo 2 and said, yeah, we're gonna take all of it. Next thing he's gonna say there's Cataclysm.
An actual volcano skill that is
And
like
of course,
based.
if I use Rampage and then Rampage around the volcano, I'm getting a lot of slams. And then even more than that, if I do the Exert combo, get the Exerted attack, cast a volcano, and then do a Rampage, now I'm getting an
Looks
absolute crap ton of
amazing, yeah.
projectiles, which annihilates bosses very easily. So
You can already, by the way, tell about the volcano that it's gonna be absolutely OP or complete garbage.
this kind of thing.
That's
yeah, once
very
again,
cool.
We just really want to make sure that you get the feeling that you can use lots of skills, because in PoE 1 it was very common that you just right-click and that was kind of all of your interaction,
Yep.
In PoE 2 we want to make sure that there's a lot more different things going on.
Nice,
I also
nice.
have some wolves, which I can use, which
Okay.
is useful because the Druid, being a hybrid, is not necessarily the most
My
tanky character ever. Even though
God.
you can
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy, but this is currently exactly what you would expect from a druid, kinda, Storm skills, earth skills, bear skills, summon skills. I'm not gonna lie, this is exactly what you expect from a druid.
turn into a bear.
We finally get non-undead summons.
Still, you're not wearing
Summon raging skulls undead? Are they? I don't think that they are. I think they're just like dolls or something.
A suit of armor, you know, like a warrior would be. So you do have to be a bit careful, and so that's where the stunning can be really useful to incorporate as a defensive measure. But also because, things like wolves, also things like tornado, which I don't have on this version of the character because that's in the demo version. This one's designed for players to play, and normally you get that as a quest reward a little bit later. So I can't quite show you that, but yeah, I've got a tornado skill that will suck monsters in. It's another sort of tactical option on the battlefield.
And a tornado skill, of course. Well, I mean, there's nothing else you can actually design a druid around, right? So the overlap in skills is completely expected. But man, they all look pretty sweet. But admittedly, I will say one thing. This lightning skill, it does look amazing, right? It does look cool, it does look fast, it kind of looks like the dream, right? But you know what I want? We have all played PoE 1, right? We all have used Herald of Thunder, and it's cute, like the little zappy happening, you know, boom, 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 boom. It's cute and everything. But you know what I want? I'm tired of the small zaps. I want one giant, mega schlong of a zap just, you know, poof, going, you know? I want that. That is the dream. Like, a lightning that you can feel literally the wrath of God. That's what I want to see in a game like this. This is what I want. Because we have seen small zaps countless times now. I want the big ones.
Yeah. So, go on.
What's happening on your health bar there? It looks like you're building up a shield.
Yeah.
What ability is triggering?
All intelligence characters, that is to say, any armor you're wearing for intelligence characters has energy shield. So that's just a sort of standard. It's just a thing that you have. So if I don't take damage for a while, then I get Halo style energy shield building up there. Cool. Anyway. Right, so that's like
I love that move. That move is so cool.
But I guess another thing that is really nice to have in PoE, you know, this being a game a lot about...
I just can't. The ground effects are just too much, in my opinion. Yeah, they're cool, but they're too much. They're literally just, you know... How many particles can be fit because our engine allows that type of situation? You know when people get to experience new toys, they try to push it to the limit because they want to see the limit. I feel like that's what they did with this skill. Oh, we have a new engine, it's gonna be amazing now. I feel that's what they're doing here. You know? I want it a little bit toned down, like by 50%, honestly.
Having interesting interactions, and but also some automation is something that we want to support, just like in PoE 1. So in the inventory here, I've got a gem called Cast.
Also, by the way, notice how that guy that's attacking him is almost constantly missing, which is kind of strange.
Channeling, and I've got my channeling skill, which is this volcano, where if I hold it down, it like bursts out with more projectiles. And ideally, what I'd like to be able to do is reduce the number of skills that I need to be using to kind of pull off the combos that I'm doing, because I want to be able to have my lightning going, I want to have my volcano going, I want to be rampaging around and all that stuff. I want to kind of be able to do that stuff together a bit more easily. So I can open the skill screen here and put cast or channeling in here. And when I do that, I'm going to take lightning storm and put that in as well. So let me just get rid of this annoying guy here. And now whenever I'm channeling, I'm able to cast lightning storm automatically. So I'm going to enable
any
that
channel
buff, here. And
yes,
now,
any channel, by the way.
Volcano, I get the lightning storm happening automatically. And that makes a little death zone here that's really handy. And then, of course, once
I like that.
I can,
I love the SLAMS.
No, Ziz, you're supposed to say the slam is overtuned. Look at it. It's just pixels what pixels say.
I love that every time he slams the volcano, more things come out of the volcano.
That's cool.
That's actually such a cool interaction.
Doing a thing there.
Admittedly, I will say it's probably gonna be, you know what I'm actually kind of slightly afraid about here? I know it's not happening, but this is more Diablo 4 than PoE, because there's no way that the volcano and the lightning storm for example, are not elemental damage, right? There's no way that the volcano is like 50% fire conversion from physical damage, which means that there is no way anyone's actually gonna make a build where you cast volcano and then you slam it with the bear so more things spew out. That's not happening because there's no damage overlap, because one's an elemental damage skill, the other one's probably gonna be physical damage. So that's not happening, okay? Most likely, at least. The only way that things like that work is like in Diablo 4, where you don't have any distinction between physical damage, range damage, spell damage, summon damage, or whatever. Where everything goes into the same pile under the word damage. In PoE, though, there's different types of damage.
So that's really nice. But we actually have another channeling skill. We actually have another channeling skill on the bear, which is this charge. And it's actually a bit annoying that it triggers the lightning storm as well, because I'd rather have my little death zone that I'm trying to do. And so that's why it's kind of useful that in PoE, any buff that you have, you can choose which weapon sets that you want to have that enabled for. So if I turn this off as a bear, I'm going to get my spirit back and disables the buff. And now if I change to a human, the buff goes straight back on automatically, change back to a bear and it falls back off again.
Wow.
So any buff you can just choose, like, you know, do I want this to apply, do I not want this to apply?
Nice.
And then the spirit that I'm reserving is being consumed or not consumed.
Yeah, that helps for clarity when you're like planning out your abilities or attacks.
Oh yeah, fishing.
So,
By the way, is everyone hyped for Spirit allowing us to reserve things for hours and whatnot? Because I am. I definitely am, without question. Reserving mana in PoE 1 is just stupid. The same way that links are actually stupid. This system is so better.
Now, what I'm going to do is, because I want to automate more things, I'm going to get cast on melee stun. I'm going to put that in here.
Jeez.
I'm going to get the summon wolf ability that I have, and I'm going to put cast on melee stun with summon
Why?
wolf. And that means that if I stun enough enemies, I'll be able to cast my wolf automatically. Which is really nice, because now I don't have to cast my minions all the time. It just kind of happens automatically. And when the wolves first come out, they also do a howl, which causes them to do a crit debuff on monsters.
Okay.
So when I'm going to stun some guys, there wasn't quite enough charge, so I'll set 76% up the top there. There we go. So now I've got a wolf cast automatically. And now as I'm just going through, I'm just getting my wolf summoned without having to do anything. There should be another one there. And then it's especially good to use it on cast while stunning, because that means I can use my exert. Sorry, I put that on the wrong keybind. Some rampage. Where's the war cry? There it is. Sorry, just wrong. Where were we? Okay, right. So I can do my stunning. I get an extra wolf.
Okay.
Which I didn't get that time. No, I did. I just didn't notice. Okay, right. So do that again. Get my stun. Get a wolf.
Oh, I just noticed. We still have the old Solaris and Lunaris there.
Exerting attack, with the roar, which I once again failed to do the timing right, because I'm in a bit of a funny setting here. Do the roar, and then I can get the rampage. And the thing is, while I'm doing that, all the monsters nearby are getting that crit debuff on them. So it's kind of a way to get like more.
It looks so nice. Like the slam just looks really impactful.
So that's like a quick introduction to some Druid skills here.
Impactful, yes.
I can also go and let me just find the boss for this area, and we'll see if we can utilize all of those elements. I'll just get some rage, which I need to be able to do my rampage a little bit further.
That's how it's channeled.
Do a boss fight here.
I wish I got to.
What's going on? Where is the boss? The problem with random levels is you never know quite where the boss will be.
It's okay.
Right, there it is. So this here is an arena that the goblins have made to sort of fight their beasts against each other. Here we have the blind beast, which is one of an albino version who they've blinded. So here I want to get the you can see, like, utilizing all these different attacks here. I can actually melt the boss.
Crazy damage compared to the
getting
warrior.
The volcano is actually even better. We'll have to run away from that though. It's even better against large monsters, because the projectiles hit.
Yeah, the damage is
because
really
the area
good.
that the boss takes up is larger. More of the projectiles of the volcano are going to hit the boss. So that means that it's actually very advantageous. Oh no! Get away from that! Get away from that! Okay. So, it's very advantageous to be able to use volcano against a boss like this.
You gotta focus up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Alright, so...
Use your potion.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yes.
all I
That's
do.
He's
yeah,
not
yes.
actually struggling, by the way.
Alright. Oh, shh.
Oh, okay, he got almost one shot.
No, I need to stun him. Okay, there we go. Got the stun, get the exert, get the rampage. That's what I need to do. He's in the wrong place, though.
The
Whoa.
rampage
No,
does
he's alright.
insane damage.
There we go.
Yeah.
Especially with the volcano popping up like...
Alright.
No
So
joke.
what I want to do while he's
things.
doing that is do my my channel.
Dude, when all of the balls hit just alone, the volcano plus the lightning actually does damage. At some points, it didn't seem like it did damage. Like, what the hell? I'm a little bit confused because at some points it seemed like it did damage. At some other points, it didn't seem like it did damage. Like, wow.
I can probably just slam.
Crazy.
Probably just slam. Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. All right, there we go. So, yeah, that's the druid.
That's awesome.
Bile soap
Can you show me a
totem.
little bit more about the loot?
There's probably not like a huge amount to talk about there at the moment. I mean, it's very similar to Path of Exile 1 in that regard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of changes under the hood, but I guess one thing
That's
that we
a
want
new
to make sure
axe.
of is that in PoE 1 we had a problem with like way too many white items on the ground, this kind of stuff. In PoE 2 we really want to improve the loot. There's a few different ways we're addressing that. One of them is gold, which we added. Another one though is that we the effect of what's it called item rarity does a lot more now. So that what that means is that bosses are much likely to get drop better items rather than more items, which is a better thing for the player. It means you don't have as much spam everywhere. So yeah, this particular boss dropped a
Gain 5 to all attributes.
Item, so I can use that and get some more attributes. So that's a reason to do one of these
That's pretty cool.
side bosses. And then
That's pretty cool because, you know, previously, well, in PoE 1, how is it? You go do a side quest, either it gives you a skill point or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, it's shit.
if you like, I can go to a different character class and show you some other stuff there. If
I
you
would
like.
love that. Let's
Sure.
Interesting.
Absolutely badass. So that was the Path of
Yeah.
Exile 2 Druid.
Oh,
It
it's an
looks really
IGN
cool.
video.
Obviously, it looks
Wow.
slower than PoE 1, but absolutely.
I mean, I don't care that it's slower than PoE 1. Again, PoE 1 is a literal zoomer game. Like, you know, if you want to be a zoomer, go for it. Go drink your monster, get an elf vape pen or whatever, and, you know, knock yourself out, kiddo.
It looked so impactful. I love the interaction between the volcano, the lightning, the fact that the volcano orbs come out, not just with the slam, but also around rampaging around it. That looks like a really cool, like, boss kill thing. So many cool interactions. Obviously, like, less damage and speed than we would want.
True, but again, this is predictably an interaction that's never gonna work out in real life. People are gonna either just spam the volcano or, well, you know, whatever. But they're not gonna use the same two of these. And I have been right for everything, as well, this far at least, for everything in these predictions, you know. So I'm pretty good at that. Anyway, this was Quizzer said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.